Hey guys, how are you doing today? I hope that you're doing amazing and fantastic and wonderful. So I told you we are going to come back today with a Cooking with Cozies, a Baking with Cozies episode. So this time our recipe is from Christmas Dessert Murder by Joanne Fluke. This actually has two Christmas stories, two Hannah Swenson holiday theme inside here. One is Christmas Caramel Murder, and then the other one, Cleo says hello, and the other one is Christmas Cake Murder. So I love anything citrus. So I am actually making the ultimate lemon bundt cake. It is going to be absolutely fantastic. I am so excited. So without further ado, let's jump into this. So I actually had to purchase a Bundt can. I did not even realize that the Bundt pan matched my sweater. So I purchased a Bundt pan from Target today, and then I've always wanted one of these, but I've never had a reason to get it. I bought myself a little cake slash dessert preserver thing. It looks freaking adorable, and I'm super excited about it. So the very first thing that we are going to need are 4 large eggs, and just like last time, I'm going to show you sort of what we need for the cake itself and what I have. I already went and poured out everything that I would need for the cake already, and of course we're going to be using the lovely KitchenAid right over here, and so I'm super excited. So we're going to need 4 eggs, half a cup of vegetable oil, 1/4 cup of water, 1/4 lemon juice, 8 ounces by weight of sour cream, a box of lemon cake mix. She actually does say to use the Duncan Hines Lemon Supreme, so I got exactly that cake mix. She says to get dry instant lemon pudding, and so I got this one right here, instant pudding pie filling. This is the exact one that she recommends. And then 12-ounce bag of white chocolate or vanilla baking chips. And so I have, I hope 11 ounces. If you can see this little cutout right here, someone in the house decided to get into my chocolates.
Don't bring chocolate in without expecting me to eat it. Yeah. Don't
bring chocolate in unless I, am expecting my husband to eat it. So I have all of those ingredients prepared. Erin, no, you probably already eaten an ounce.
1.5.
I'm going to be less. I don't have everything for the recipe. He just signed hungry like our son does. So it says to prepare our cake pan and with a Pam cooking spray. So I also bought baking pan made with flour, so it is a perfect release, so I actually don't have to put extra flour in the pan itself to make sure that the bundt cake comes out. So I'm going to spray this pretty liberally on the can. Do you shake it? I don't know if you shake it. I actually had to buy Pam for this recipe because I haven't used Pam in I don't even know how long. Okay, that smells really good. Is it supposed to smell good? Like, I thought that this was just to make sure that the cake came out. I didn't know that it could smell good. Okay, pan prepared, check. The next part is crack the eggs into the bowl of an electric mixer. Mix them up on low speed until they are uniform in color. Okay, so let's crack these eggs inside here. I'm going to, I think I might change, I did have this one on here for, should I keep this for the cake to mix it, or should I move to this?
I thought
Bread or cookies? Yeah, I was asking Aaron because he bakes more than I do. All right, so I've got my eggs right here, and let's put them inside here. I will try and record it without getting eggs inside the, I don't know if I can do that. I'm not gonna trust that I'm not gonna get stuff inside here. So let's remove that and break the eggs in an old-fashioned kind of way, because I don't trust myself not to get the shells inside inside this. So let's get that. Yeah, see, that was perfect. That would have been a disaster. What is your favorite way of breaking eggs? Do you hit it on the side? Do you have like, can you do the fancy one-handed break? Because I sure as heck cannot do the fancy one-handed break at all in any way, shape, or form. All right, let's add this back on here. And then it says to turn it on low. Okay, after that, it says pour in the ½ cup of vegetable oil and mix it in with the eggs on low speed. So those look pretty well together. The next part of it is to add the water and the lemon juice. These are both ¼ cup each. So I'm just gonna add those two as well to that and let them get together, you know, become friends and everything. So what have you guys been thinking about 12 Days of Cozies this season? Are you guys liking the prompts on Instagram, as well as the very simple kind of laid back challenges that I put? Let me know. I always love to hear your guys' ideas and what you guys think it should be, because, you know, we're a cozy family here. I'm just wanting to know. All right, after I mix those together, it says scoop out the container of sour cream and add the cream to your bowl. So I have all of my sour cream right here, and I'm going to add it. So a lot of this seems to be on low speed. So the next two steps are to first put in the lemon supreme mix and let that go on low, and then after that it is put in the Jell-O pudding pie filling mix. I'm kind of happy that she put this recipe in here with something like a pre-made cake mix. I like the idea that it doesn't always have to be 100% homemade for those that, you know, might not have all the ingredients or want to have a really complicated recipe. I can really appreciate having that in here. So I'm just gonna slowly add in the cake mix because I don't want to get poofed with all of the mix all together. So I'm just slowly adding that in once I see the batter get nicely mixed in. I'm just gonna slowly add it. I also see some things like getting up on the sides of the mixer, so I'm just gonna push those down a little bit and make sure that all of the stuff is gonna get in with what it needs to. Now I'm making a complete mess, but isn't that part of the fun of baking? It's getting a little messy. Let's put in the Jell-O mix, and I wonder, do I put in the whole thing of the lemon Jell-O mix? Because it says 5.1 package. Yeah, it says 5.1, and then this is exactly what we need. Okay, so that all looks pretty well put in. So I'm going to, I love citrus so much. I'm also going to slowly add this into the mix as well because I don't want anything to get too clumpy. I'm actually going to bring this up a little bit and get some of the things off of the side and make sure that we're getting all of the citrus yummy goodness all there. All right. Of course, I'm making a complete mess of myself, not of anything else. Let's see. Let's get, what should we name our KitchenAid? I feel like our KitchenAid should have a name. I used to have my students name everything in my classroom, and it was a lot of fun to be able to do. All right, so let's put the rest of the Jell-O in there. Get that all in together. All right, so it even says shut off the mixture and scrape down the sides. I feel like a professional over here. My sister and I are watching the Great British Baking Show, the newest season, and during sister nights, and so we watch like 2 a week. So I think that we just got done watching 6 and 7 last night. Don't tell me any spoilers if you know who won, but I feel like I'm learning things and it's preparing me for these cooking episodes on my channel. Okay, so it says that I should now, once everything is mixed together, which it is, I should, if I have a food processor, put in the blade and pour the white chocolate or baking chips. It says they want me to chop them into smaller pieces. All right, guys, so there's no need for you to watch me go through and chop all of these white chocolate bits into smaller bits. So I'm going to do this a little off screen, and then I will come back on when the next step is ready. But look at our batter. It looks really, really nice and together. And then we've got the white chocolate chips going in, but I'm gonna have to do this in little batches together. But I'm super, super excited. It smells amazing. So I just finished chopping up all of the regular white chocolate chips, and Hannah actually puts a note. It says, Florence down at Lake Eden Red Owl Grocery carries mini semi-sweet chocolate chips, but she can't get any other flavor of chips in a mini version. She doesn't even think anyone makes them. The regular size chips are larger and heavier than the mini version, and they will sink down to the bottom of your Bundt pan if you don't chop them into smaller pieces. So now that I've chopped them into smaller pieces, remember I prepped my pan at the beginning. It says use a rubber spatula to transfer the cake batter to the prepared Bundt pan. Smooth the top of your cake with the spatula and put it into the center of your preheated oven, which we preheated it at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And it says bake for 55 minutes. So let's transfer our amazing batter into our Bundt pan. So it says to bake it for 55 minutes. So I just put the timer on for 55 minutes. And it says before you take your cake out of the oven, test it for doneness by inserting a cake tester, a thin wooden skewer, or a long toothpick. So I'm going to let that cook. And then guess who has to go for another shopping trip, because I forgot the Cool Whip lemon frosting ingredients. So you guys are going to see me in a quick second, and I will see you in about an hour. Hey guys, so you might hear Alex. It has been a few hours now because I had to bake for an hour, then it had to cool for an hour. It's been a whole thing. So Alex is up from his nap. If you hear him, that is why. But I have the Bundt cake, all cool. I think it's a little darker than I think it should be, but I'm not quite sure. I've never made a Bundt cake before. Is it too dark, guys? Like, let me know, because I have no idea. Of course, I forgot ingredients for the icing, so I went and got ingredients for it, and the ingredients include, so it's got frozen Cool Whip, then lemon zest and lemon juice, as well as more white chocolate. So it has the ingredients over here. It says, make sure you use the original Cool Whip. Cool Whip, not sugar-free or the real whipped cream, the original Cool Whip. Whoa. So it says, start by chopping your white chocolate or vanilla baking chips into smaller pieces or placing the chips in a food processor again. So I'm gonna have to chop them up again. And then I'm gonna have to zest my lemon and measure out half a teaspoon of zest, and then get at least 1/4 of a cup of lemon juice. So that's what I'm gonna get started on. And when Alex got a piano for Christmas as an early Christmas gift from one of his aunts and uncles. So I'm gonna get the frosting going, and then I will come back with the next step. Apple. All right, so I have chopped up 6 to 7 ounces of white chocolate, zested a lemon, and also squeezed out the juices. It says stir everything up with a heat-resistant rubber spatula and then microwave the contents of the bowl on high for 1 minute and then let it sit in the microwave for an additional minute. Take the bowl out of the microwave and stir to see if the chips are melted. If they are not, heat them on and off for 30 seconds until they're all melted and good to go. Once the chips are melted, let the bowl sit on the countertop or on a cold burner for 15 minutes to thicken. So I'm going to stir up this all together and then start melting it together. I will be back after it has set for 15 minutes. All right guys, so I have the icing. All of the white chocolate is melted down. Now I have to wait 15 minutes for it to sort of thicken into a more icing-like consistency. The bundt cake is in the fridge still. After that, I will ice the bundt cake. Maybe I can get Aaron to get some good B-roll footage of me icing the bundt cake. And then it has to go back in the fridge for another 30 minutes, and then it can be served. But to be honest, I will probably, no, I'm probably gonna eat a slice before D&D tonight. That's not even gonna be a lie.
I only do A-roll, by the way.
A-roll? He only does A-roll, not B-roll.
Don't call me A-roll for nothing.
Oh my God. This is what I live with, guys. I know, even Alex was like, Dad, no.
Rude, buddy.
Yeah. All right, I will be back after this is cooled and we are ready to ice the cake. Okay, so our frosting is settled after 15 minutes and we have our bundt cake down below. It does say that when the time is up, give the bowl a stir and remove your cake from the refrigerator. Frost your ultimate lemon bundt cake with the frosting and don't forget the sides of the crater in the middle. You don't need to frost all the way down the bottom of the crater. That's almost impossible. Just frost an inch or so down the sides of the crater. I have no idea what my son is doing in the laundry room. Return your cake to the refrigerator for at least 30 minutes before cutting it and serving your guests. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, 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 beep. Okay, so my husband is going to sort of film me frosting this, so I'm going to cut to the cake. The one thing that I am afraid of is that this is not thick enough frosting. Like, I feel like it should be thicker, but I'm not quite sure. You get a wild Alex in the background. Okay, so let's go through. All right, so we're going to leave that in the fridge for another 30 minutes, which will mean that this will be done around 5 o'clock in the evening. And I started this at noon. So for those that might want to do this recipe, just know that it takes quite a long time. Fingers crossed, I know. Fingers crossed that it tastes really, really good. Okay guys, so I'm in my dining room right now and the Bundt cake is complete. So I am not quite sure how I did. I could have done great, fantastic, amazing, but we shall see. I do want to thank Kensington so very much for sending me both of Joanna Fluke's books, and I'm very, very, very excited to see what this one is going to taste like. So without further ado, let us slice a tiny piece. Okay. All right. Okay, so, oh, it looks good. It's not super, super dark on the inside. It is dark on the outside. So that does make me a little nervous that I overbaked it. And that's just probably the difference between my oven and Hannah's oven. So let me do a close-up of the Bundt cake. I am excited to taste it. All right, so taste test. Let's see. Okay, it cuts nicely, so that's super good. Let's get the first bite. Okay, that's actually really, really moist. And I actually like the fact that the outside is a little bit darker because it gives it like this crunch that I'm really enjoying. Like, I can't believe I'm gonna share this at D&D tonight. That's pretty darn good. I would have to say that this is better by a million than the cookies that I made last weekend. So yeah. This is 10 out of 10, would bake again. So let me know, do you guys like these baking with Cozies, cooking with Cozies? What other series do you want me to try their recipes from? I'd like to know down below. But that's the end of this chapter of Courtagonist. Please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time guys, I'm going to be eating cake. Bye.